Hi, everyone. In this recording, I'd like to talk about a particular point I noticed in my own process where my relationships with people would take a different turn based on just singular moments. Where, let me give an example. I had a I had a best friend in high school. We've been best friends for a few years, like 2 years, I think. And we everything was going well. We had fun together. We had our differences, but it was never anything major. I mean, we never actually had a fight or anything. I knew she was different to me in many ways, and I was different to her in many ways, but it didn't seem to matter that much until this one event where it wasn't even anything she had done per se. It was a comment her father had made, which I found to be very offensive. And she wasn't standing up to her father about that comment. So, just because of that one point that I saw where she wasn't standing up to her father, I felt so disappointed in her. And I literally, from that moment, that I mean, our relationship was never the same again. We definitely weren't best friends. We barely spoke for a while, and after that, we never went back to the same relationship or the same connection we had before. So what I realize now, after having walked this point in other areas of my life, is that I defined everything of who she was in relation to that one point, where it felt like I was seeing her true colors, like this is who she really is underneath it all, where she wouldn't stand up to her father because it wasn't any. It was more that the comment her father had made, that I had taken it personally, and I felt that she had to stand up to him to defend me, and she hadn't done that. So, you know, regardless of 2 years of knowing each other, 2 years of friendship, I threw everything out the window just because of that one point, that one thing she did, or rather, the thing she didn't do. And literally, basically, allowed myself to define the entirety of who she is based on that one point. So if you have people in your life, obviously you do, but if you have moments where they suddenly disappoint you, like a point reveals in them or something they say or do that you wouldn't have expected of them, and it's suddenly coming to the surface, to to remember that it's just one point, and to not now go and throw away the whole relationship, define the entire relationship a, as a lie after that one point or event or those words were spoken or those things were done, and to definitely not define that person according to just this one point. I mean, it's the same with our individual processes. You know, there's always points that it's going to reveal things that we wouldn't expect of ourselves, that we don't even know we accepted and allowed, that we lived out for years, and suddenly we become aware of it. We're not going to, because of those points, suddenly sever all connection with ourselves. I mean, we can't. It's impossible. And it's the same with other people. You don't give up on them just because of one singular point. Realize that that's just one aspect. And in the same way you would assist and support yourself to work through a point like that, do the same for the beings in your world and in your environment, your friends and family members or even colleagues. Because so much opportunity can be lost, can be thrown away and given up on if in such moments we decide to just, you know, end the relationship and distance ourselves from people. Um, yeah. So, no matter how disappointed you feel, and no matter how outrageous you think what a person is doing or saying is, it's to not define them according to just that one point and to try and see through that momentary state of mind or that momentary expression and see the being within who's still there, very much still there. And to rather see how can you assist the being to come through and work through that one point. All right. Thank you very much.